Hi guys, my name is Marissa and I'm starting a YouTube channel for Cairo and I. I'm gonna try to be as entertaining as possible while also showing you guys what you want to see. I get a lot of questions about how I'm raising my son, how I get him to learn new things and stuff like that. So I'm really making this YouTube channel for people who have reached out to me and care about like what's going on in my personal life or how I'm raising Cairo pretty much. Disclaimer, I'm only going over things that work for me and Cairo. Whenever I was pregnant, I didn't really look anything up or like follow any sort of rules or what people think mothers should do. I wanted it to come natural to me. So that's pretty much what I do. I'll look some things up if I like have no idea, but most things are just instinct, natural, how I'm raising my son. I don't think anyone should criticize any mothers for how they raise their child, and everyone should do it based on their instinct and what they think the best interests of their child is. Did my camera just die? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so do what's best for your family, and I'm just showing what's best for mine. And I'm not telling anyone how to do something because what works for Cairo may not work for your child, right? I'll start off with sign language. Why did I want to teach my child sign language? I really just wanted to communicate with him faster, and I always knew I wanted to teach my children sign language because they're not able to talk yet, but they are smart enough to use their hands for communication if you show them. I learned sign language while I was in high school and I absolutely loved it. Like, I really enjoyed learning signs, and just to be able to communicate with no vocals is awesome. And I always knew since then, like whenever I have kids, I'm gonna teach them sign language so we can communicate. And that's what I did. I started teaching Cairo sign language at 7 months, and I started with milk this time. Every single time I gave him milk, I would say milk, 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 and I would do the sign. And honestly, I did that for like a month and he never did it back. He would acknowledge it and look at my hand, and then he would just look at his hand, but he wouldn't do it back. So for a month, every time I gave him a sippy cup with milk, I would be annoying. Like, you have to be patient and you have to be annoying. I would say milk, 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 and just look at him, make sure he saw my hand, and I would point to the cup like, this is milk. Patience is key. Your child may learn the first sign that you throw at them. But with Cairo, I really was patient and I didn't give up. You start with one sign. Well, I started with one sign. I think for me, I feel like that's the best way because you don't want to throw many different signs at them and then they're confused doing whatever with their hands, right? You want to show that it means something, or I wanted to show that it means something. So milk, I think he first signed it back about a month after I first showed it to him. So he was around 8 months, and he signed it back, and I was like, oh my God, did he just sign it as I gave him his bottle before I signed it to him? He didn't know that he could do it to ask at first. So whenever I would give it to him, he would know what it was and he would say milk. Well, he wouldn't say it, right? But he would do it with his hands, milk. So as soon as I saw him catching on to the sign milk, that's when I went to the second sign, all done. So whenever he's done eating, sometimes he'll like start playing with his food, but to prevent that now, he'll say all done. But when he says all done, he's expecting to get taken right out of the chair. If not, he'll start playing with his food, which is fine. He's 1 year old. But at this time, this is before he was 1. He was 8 months old, learning all done. And all done, he was able to learn within 1 week. Okay, so then we started learning signs one sign per week or per every other week. And he was just catching on, and it was easier for me because now I know whenever he's like fussy or whining, he wants milk if he's saying milk, or he wants to stop doing what he's doing if he says all done. Like I said, patience is all that you need. I've enjoyed this process and teaching my son sign language, because it shows you like, wow, kids really know a lot and they understand a lot more whenever you really work with them and just give them the quality time that they need. So later in this video, when Cairo's up from his nap, we're gonna go over, I'm gonna record him going over all the signs that he knows, and then at the end of the video, I'll teach him one new sign that he hasn't learned before, and I'll show you guys how I teach him that. Okay, we're back and we're gonna review the signs that Cairo already knows, and then at the end, we'll try to teach him a new sign. I'll do the signs after Cairo does them, just so you guys can see the proper way to do them. He's one, so of course he's not gonna know the exact way to sign, but as long as I know what he's saying, he knows what he's saying, and it's generally close to the actual sign, I'm fine with it. He is eating a crab cake and banana right now. Is it good? Yeah, he loves crab. I teach him signs and I do sign reviews while he's eating, because that is the only time I'll have like his full attention. This is what works for us. Again, do what works best for you. I think my camera's a little tilted. Yeah, but again, do what works best for you. This is what works for me and Cairo, and how he reviews his signs and how he learns to sign new things. Yeah. Yeah. I love you. I'm going to have him sign them and then I'll sign them. Sometimes he won't feel like doing it, which is fine. He's one, he can do whichever ones he feels like at the time. The correct way after he signs, just to show the actual way it should be signed. All right. How do you say milk? Can you see his hand? Milk. How do you sign all done? All done. How do you sign happy? See, happy. How do you sign banana? Banana. How do you do it? It's like this. He was doing like this, but it's like this. Like you're peeling a banana. How do you sign eat? You're already doing it. Good. Eat. How do you sign cracker? Good job. Cracker. How do you sign thank you? Thank you. How do you sign hat? Cairo. How do you sign hat? Good job. Hat. Good job. How do you sign cold? Cold. How do you sign hot? Hot. How do you sign no? He uses one finger, but is with two. How do you sign go? Go. How do you sign potty? Potty. How do you sign shoes? Shoes. See, this is one of the ones where he doesn't do correctly. Shoes is like this. It's the S sign in sign language, and then you just knock your fists together. He does it like this, but I mean, again, he's one, so he does it to the best of his abilities. And then he does more kind of the same as shoes. How do you sign more? No. How do you sign more? No, that's cracker. How do you sign more? No. More. So this is more, like this, like a sandwich. How do you sign sleepy? Good job, sleepy. How do you sign ball? Ball. How do you sign help? Help. Yeah, he does it like this, but it's like this, help. You wanna try help one more time? How do you sign help? Yeah, so he does this, but again, he's 1 year old, he's doing the best he can. And we'll correct him as the years go by. How do you sign stop? Stop. How do you sign stop? Stop. He has food in his hand and he's getting messy, but you get the gist. How do you sign car? We just learned this one. Do you remember? No, it's okay. How do you sign car? Car. How do you sign car? Car. We just learned this one. How do you sign sorry? Sorry. How do you sign toothbrush? Brush your teeth. How do you sign brush your teeth? Yeah. Now I'm gonna show you the patience it takes to teach him a new sign. Ew. You want milk? Okay. Now that we went over the signs, we're gonna teach him one new sign. And I'm thinking about what I want to teach him, like what's relevant right now. It's hot. We're blowing it. It's not hot, guys. Yeah. Good job. Oh. He'll say food is hot if it's warm. I think my next video, I'll show you guys that he actually knows what each of these signs are. Also, if you guys don't know any sign language, I know sign language off of like memory from high school. You can literally Google signs. But if you want like a book, you okay? That has signs. I did buy this book from Amazon and I'll post the link. It's baby sign language, 200 plus signs. I don't really go through it that often, but whenever I need an idea of something new to teach him, I'll go through. So let's see. So today the sign, I'm gonna try to teach him his book because we read a book every day before we go to bed. So I have a book. This is a book, so he knows what it is. I show him, right? Book. This is a book. Okay. It's like this. Together, book. Book. Close. Cairo. He's so bad. Book. Let me turn towards you, okay? Like this. Book. Yes, baby. You all done? Okay. Book. All done. Can you sign book, please?
Yeah.
Book. 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 He keeps signing all done because he's ready to get down and he's so sleepy. Okay, here's the book.
Apple.
Book, and it is a bird on the front. He said a bird. It's a bird on the cover. Teaching sign, really need patience. Really need patience and repetitiveness. Like you saw today, maybe he did this part of book or like this. But if I show him every day this week, by the end of the week, he'll be able to say book or whatever his version of book is. This is just the start. He may not learn it right away in one day. He's 1 year old. But that's fine. It's part of the process. The thing is, you just can't give up. You have to be so repetitive, so annoying in a way. You just want to do it every time that you pick up the item. So every time I pick up a book, now I'll say book. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. He's excited. He likes birds, and it's a book about birds. Book. How do you say book?
Good.
Or were you doing bird? Okay. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so patience, repetitiveness, and love is how I teach him sign language, and I show him what it is of the sign we're doing. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Book. How do you say book? See, he's almost doing something like book, but as long as we keep doing book, he'll know by the end. Milk? Yeah. You want milk? Here you go. Okay. Cairo said he's done eating and done with the camera. So next time or next video, I'll either do him showing me what these signs that we just went over are, like where they are in the house, what they represent. And then also what I want to do at some point is post a video of our care routine. So whenever we wake up in the morning, we go to the potty. He knows as soon as I get him out of the bed, he walks to the potty, he sits on his potty, and then he says toothbrush because he knows it's time to brush his teeth. So I'll give him the toothbrush and then he'll brush his teeth while he sits on the potty. When he feels like his teeth are good and brushed, he'll say all done and give me his toothbrush. And then I get him up from the potty. Sometimes he goes, sometimes he doesn't. We're still working on that. He's 1 year old and definitely is not gonna be 100% potty trained anytime soon. I hope before 2, but who knows? Yes, baby. Okay, let me get organized real quick. So next video, I'll show that he knows what these signs actually mean, and then I'll do a video on our morning and night care routines, our hygiene routine, and then I'll do a video on how I got his sleep schedule set at 3 months, and it's been the same now that he is almost 14 months. He goes to sleep every night between 5:30 and 7:30 and normally does not put up a fight. Sometimes he will whenever he wants to hang out with mom just a little bit more, and I'll let him because he's very good on his schedule. So whenever he wants to stay up maybe a little bit longer, wants me to read him a book, he'll tell me book, not with the sign yet, but he'll tell me book, and then we'll literally sit up, read a book, laugh a little bit, I'll tickle him, and we'll play around. And then I'll hug him, I'll kiss him, I'll lay him down in his bed. I never ever let him sleep with me. And then he literally goes to sleep and chills. So thanks guys for tuning in. Again, I'm gonna put the link for this book below. I think he's ready to go to bed. And if you have additional questions or want to suggest a sign for him to learn, and we could do a video on him learning a new sign completely, which will be a full video, let me know. If you have any additional questions, I'll put something on my Instagram where you guys can ask questions regarding to this video. All right, thanks guys. Cairo, come say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay.